So you gotta realize, these bad boys are probably like no other animals other than humans and whatever else some experts could tell us, like maybe cats, I guess, like to certain levels, because I know these animals will be able to outsmart our house cats and our dogs very easily if they start to hunt them, which I wouldn't doubt it if they already do, if they're meat eaters. It's just kind of, those are part of the answers that I'm getting, and meat eater is part of the answer that I'm getting. But, and the reason being is, like for Jack, for instance, my Jack dog and my old Herb cat, when they go off into the bush and stuff, I watch them. I watch how they're going in there and their awareness of what they're walking into and different things like this. Well, the coyote knows to come back to a certain spot and knows that chickens might walk past that, and he's able to grab a chicken once in a while and do that. But his availability on that information of knowing that spot isn't really broken down super easy, where he goes, I'm going to change my mind today and use that spot over there because I can see they're walking over that way better and stuff. He's not as that efficient that way, but he is as efficient as he is. These guys blow that out of the water. Like, I believe they have a scouting system, so they know when people are coming, they know when animals are coming, they know which way they want to go, they know which way to go. You know, it doesn't mean they're such a super being that we can't catch them in wrong spots or, like bluff them, like fool them. I've figured out lots of ways now that we'll be able to fool them, I know how to track them, so we'll be able to, within that, we'll be able to fool them. I know how we can do night vision on them without them being able, because the scouts, you gotta understand that you go set up somewhere to try to scout these guys on their multipleness. I'm not talking about solo guys out there in the wilderness. I'm talking about these high dense areas. And so these guys it's like you're coming to their fort. And, before the fort, you got army guys out there who are just, protecting the fort. They're referred to as also as like a scout. They're scouting, they're looking, they're watching for other people coming towards them. They're not necessarily tracking because they're just out there for the protection end of it to see what's going on out there. See, I'm tracking. The couple of weeks back there when the vocalization came and that one, vocally attacked me and physically through gesturing through those trees that it was going to rip me apart. That's another threatening attack. So it did a couple of very threatening attacks on me. And why was I saying that? I don't know, but because they were not scouting, they were not tracking anymore, they were stalking, right? They didn't go into a hunting mode because I'm still alive, but they were stalking me. They were thinking, maybe if I would have kept going the long way, which is the wrong way when you're dealing with these guys, maybe then that stalking would have gone to a next level because they would have felt more comfortable. That's what hunters do. First they start tracking, then they realize they're on something, so then they're stalking, because they have the kill in their mind, they're also hunting at that stage. But once a human hunter gets to the point where he has to decide if he's going to kill the animal or not, that's when he's fully hunting. And then there'd be different reasons why they might not, because now they might realize, oh, it's a doe and you can't kill does, or, you know, different things like that. You know, like these guys too, they made the decision, maybe, they might have made that decision, no, he's going back to the thing, so let's just scare the shit out of this bugger. And then they started to do whatever they're saying, you know, kind of, if it's just a growl, then it's just a growl to scare me. Are they trying to imitate a bear or anything like that? Maybe they are. I don't know. A whack in the trees all that amount of times, that amount of growling and stuff like that gives us some pretty big answers there on us knowing what's going on. So I'll put up this video. I got the next couple of weeks where I'm obligated, and after this next couple of weeks I should be pretty freed up for a while, and I'm going to be able to put in some good research. I put out a video a while back there saying that I know some people that I really don't want to contact because we've gone our own ways. But I do keep thinking about those people. It's just that, you know, it really opened up the door for me and them, because I know I'd have their back 100% to come down and see what's going on. And as soon as they see, then, you know, I know them that well. I know their minds and stuff that well, where, you know, we would have a crew together to be able to go do what we want to do. But part of the thing is, I'm just for research. Maybe they're not, right? So they're part of that mentality. They're big time hunters. So they've killed a lot in the name of just killing, fun killing, real killing to save life. You know, a few number of different kind of killings in that group there. So you have to understand, you guys really have to get deep into this. A lot of you people out there, your minds are kind of in front of a TV a lot of your life maybe. And, you know, your understanding of the wilderness and what's going on out here might be, you know, just way different than my experiences. Someday I'll tell my experiences, but I'm just not ready to clock all my experiences together in one kind of video or something like that yet. But once I start telling my experiences in life, people will understand how I'm experienced and able to kind of have this success here. It's going to be part of the equation. Why I've been successful to find these guys, be able to come up with a way to track them. I hear nobody talking about tracking them out there. I hear about trackers trying to track them. I've watched some trackers on some of the TV programs trying to track them, and they're not tracking them properly. They're not tracking them from the technique that I've learned, trained myself, and use, and am very successful at it. Every time I go out tracking and I'm on a hot spot, I'm able to track them, even if they haven't been there for a while, with my different techniques. And I talk a lot about that stuff on my channel. So you guys could be learning it if you're actually listening to my words, but most people sit there with their pre-thoughts of whatever, how smart they are and how much they know, and they kind of miss the key point of actually listen to the professor after the professor's done. Then have a discussion with the professor and say your things. When you leave, go and think about what the professor talked about and bring in your thoughts, and that's how you create your mind, you guys. You don't just guess. And no, I'm not talking to everybody. I'm just talking to, you know, especially a lot of those male Nimrods out there who think they know a good answer. You get in the fucking yard! Now! Sorry, guys.